unders here in the fourth and final round earlier today. This was the start for Thitikul at 22 under.
Important for her to get off to a hot start here, keep the pedal down.
And 3 in a row to start, and then trouble here at the second for Thitikul.
Poor chipping back and forth across the screen, but a huge putt to avoid a potential disaster.
You don't usually remember bogey putts. $11 million purse, $4 million to the winner. So, and Rukhan playing with Se-Young Kim, Jeeno Thitikul, along with Nelly Korda, who made a move the last couple of days. Nelly looking for her first win of the season after winning 7 times.
It's only a 2-shot lead right now, Terry. I do not know that I saw that coming by the time Jeeno was playing the 6th hole.
Not many did. Back to this second for the leader, and Karen Stupples is out there.
Well, she's got some helping wind, and this is a great angle on this left side of the fairway to really hit up the opening gap that's 10 yards wide at the front of this green. This one's going a little out to the right.
You have a 6-shot lead coming into the day. You certainly have made very few mistakes.
Birdies and eagles, but that might be as big as any putt she makes today. We'll see. Back out to the 6th from in front of the green, her 3rd.
From these tight lies, you don't want to remember what happened a few holes ago with your chipping, but memory of a goldfish. Nelly, that was in the left greenside bunker, has pitched out and will have about a 12-footer for her birdie.
That was just a touch of class right there. She made that look very easy. She was short-sided off of slight downslope, tight lie. We saw her chip in yesterday on the 12th hole, so we know it's in there, but definitely important that she was able to put that out of her mind. It's not
18 under, 1 over for the day. Keep it right here for Jeeno, just to tap in.
It is as simple as it gets.
Back to 23 under where she was after the opening hole today. So that lead back up to 3.
Yeah, about a 60 to 70 yard walk through the trees to the tee at 7th. And here is Thitikul.
This hole is a little dogleg round to the left, Tom.
It's going to be just fine in the fairway. And while we have a moment, let's head up to the booth at the
Good friends.
Yeah, they're great friends. They've known each other since junior golf. You know, when they were 12 and 16 years old, they first met. And, you know, when you're traveling, you're so far away from home. It's a different culture than what they both have in Thailand, away from their families. They have certainly bonded, traveled quite a bit together. So to see the two of them, and they were LPGA, I expect big things from Lottie next year. I've been very impressed with her game.
Is Jeeno's 2nd to the 7th.
Using a wedge from 128. There is a hint of breeze into the players right now.
Just outside that range where you would expect her to hole it. Oh, certainly give it a good try. I'm wondering if Rukhan knows.
Tougher pins, a little bit of Sunday pressure.
This is at the 7th. Jeeno's going to give Nelly a really good read on this putt. So a lot on the line today. We've talked about the $4 million Rolex Player of the Year, but also the chance for Jeeno to set the single season best scoring average in the history of the LPGA Tour. If she gets to 25 under par, if she finishes at 25 under par, she will better the record of Annika Sorenstam in 2002, which was 68.697. That is incredible golf over the course of an entire season. Average score, 68.69. Just think about that when you compare that to your own golf that you play at home. Yeah. If you shoot net 68.697 for the year average, you'd be having a great year.
You need to work on your handicap. Your competitors might not be too thrilled.
And this putt is going to be uphill, but this whole location's on basically a spine that runs through the back half of this green. So on the left of it, it can fall off left. On the right of it, it can fall off right. Got to be very precise.
Karen, when I was talking to her coach this morning, he said when she's leading, she has a slight tendency to play a little bit safer. I'd say this shot maybe in on 7 was a bit safe. So will it be interesting?
She's had to hold a decent length putt for par. Obviously, we saw the really long one earlier, but Also had one on the 5th as well, where she rolled her putt about this far past and had to work hard on that one coming back.
Nelly left her birdie putt short, didn't she? Tapped in for 4.
She sure did, Tom.
Lined up dead straight here with the line on the ball.
Okay, no problem. And it is just a 2-shot lead. It was 6 at the beginning of the day. All to play for here.
A wonderful job making sure the competition is fair and exciting for us and for all the fans and the players.
It's gotten pretty exciting here. 2-shot lead. Thitikul on the tee at the par 3 8th.
Yeah, she's using a 9-iron. Wind is a little bit off the right. Trying to hold this one up against that wind.
She misjudged her carry number there by a good 5 or 6 paces. She looks confused.
#1 player in the Rolex rankings, where they're second here at 8.
And a lot of people would choose to putt it from here, but choosing to chip in, showing confidence in her chipping.
Yeah, an interesting decision, especially considering the struggles that she had on 3 with her putting.
That deficit to just 2 shots. Let's go back to the tee at the 9th and Jeeno Thitikul.
With the wind off the right, it will help the draw. Don't think she can carry that right bunker today. And this one's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that's going to be just fine. Back on the 9th hole here on the Gold Course at Tiburon, and this is Thitikul's second.
She has an 8-iron out, Tom. I don't think it needs to be a big one. Only has 149 to the hole.
That's good. Just needs to settle a little bit. It runs away there.
Of the fairway there to the 9th.
And Jeeno the other way. Karen back up the hill, but then does it go back down towards the hole?
I think the hole is situated right at the very peak of that slope, so all the way uphill to the hole. It might flatten out about a foot before it, but either way, this is going to be quite slow.
Okay. Well, Jeeno is going to go out in 1 under. So the final 2 play the front 9 combined level par, which is a different story than what we've seen in terms of the scoring over the last few days for these 2. We'll see what the back 9 holds here on Sunday.
A little bit of breeze hurting the players, but this tee is so sheltered that they really can't feel any breeze back there. But you kind of fire this tee shot through a little chute of pine trees, opens out to the fairway, but you have a bunker through at 273 that really you want to avoid.
There's that fairway bend.
I really feel like from this part of the fairway, she's on an upslope. She's got another dry patch of grass. With this wind direction, she has to really watch out for the spin. Got to try for that drop and stop. So 48 degree.
Brilliant. And would expect to get it to 24 under par. Only 2 multiple winners on tour. Miyu Yamashita, who we just mentioned, the rookie. Keep it here for world #1 to extend the lead.
I didn't really see a huge amount in this putt. I mean, Jeeno's been very methodical about going through her routines and her process. No matter how long the putt is, she's doing the same thing.
Something that, Karen, that we talked about yesterday is just how even keel she is when she chips in or makes a bogey. You never really see a change in emotion or in the pace of which she goes about things.
No, I agree. You know, Gabby Lopez, when she was in our booth yesterday, she highlighted that fact as well. I mean, it just makes so much sense. It's a bubble of calmness.
Yep, got it. 24 under, up by 3. Yeah, Gabby. 2 wins for her out here on the LPGA, including one earlier this season. 11 tee.
Yeah, 3 birdies on this hole for Jeeno. Let's see what she can do today.
Don't feel an awful lot of wind right now. Very sheltered tee shot. This one's down the left half, but working back towards the fairway nicely. It's just sort of hold on though.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of room over there, but it might run out into the cook. It's going to have to do some more heroics like that over the closing stages. Now, how does Jeeno play after that one? This is second.
Well, she's got a good lie in that coquina, Tom. This for only 121.
Oh, just pitching on that fringe, I think, killed all the momentum. Would have looked really good from where she was. And Jeeno was getting ready to play her second shot. And there you go, good sportsmanship.
It's not an easy one to read because she's so close to the edge of the green where the slope off the bunker can influence this putt. It's a little downhill at the start and then back uphill as it approaches the hole. Hole is tilted towards her.
Be a bit rattling when you see something like that happen in your group, but Jeeno is always the ultimate sportswoman. Tremendous class.
Led the tour in par 4 scoring coming into the week. 3.92. Talked about the fact that she is likely to win the Bear Trophy here for the scoring average during the season, and also the chance to set the lowest ever scoring.
Keep it here for Jeeno Thitikul, and a reminder this hour, Top Tracer technology presented by Progressive Insurance.
Jeeno also with the 7-iron. This whole location really does suit a little draw. Trying to draw it around that front left bunker. You don't want to overdo it though. As Paige was saying, it's very easy to run off the green left if you pull it slightly. It's a very high shot.
I'd imagine, Karen, they were waiting there on the tee. Would she have seen that Padre missed that short putt?
She did. Yep.
Pretty sure these two are well aware of where they stand, right?
Yes, absolutely. They've just come round off through 10. There's a big leaderboard by 10. And if the players aren't, the caddies certainly are. They know exactly what's going on. This putt for Jeeno is uphill, then downhill.
Good pace, just the read there.
You get the sense that she just doesn't need to make any mistakes coming in.
Yeah.
And she just needs to stay really steady, continue to execute. I mean, that was a perfect execution of that shot right there, right to the middle of the cold front that comes through at some point during the week, bring some wind.
And the same last week. At Pelican, they've had some tough weather to deal with, and the weather was just perfect all week. In northern Italy, February. What's the opening ceremony date? Oh, I put you on the spot.
No.
It's the 13th.
February.
He's got it blocked in his calendar. I can promise you that.
6th, I think.
Okay, we'll go with that. It's just fine.
It was kind of knuckly, wasn't it?
16 under, but they're still chasing 24 under par. It's been a record-setting season so many ways. Could have the lowest scoring average on a season ever and win this again. Another $4 million.
Now Jeeno second at the 13th.
It's from 97 yards. Bit of help in this wind.
Careful. Yeah, it's okay there. Green, the 18th tee is actually behind that 13th hole over the penalty area there. Now Jeeno for a birdie.
Trickle this one downhill, breaking right. Oh.
Gets to the magic number. Yeah, the 25 under number, which would break the season scoring record, scoring average record. And she has birdied the 11th hole the first 3 days, birdied the 13th hole every single day. And as we said, leads the LPGA in par 4 scoring. Just read that perfectly.
It's just really impressive, Tom, when you think about the day. She never got flustered when the lead only went to 2, continued to stay patient, continued to stay in her rhythm and her full routine, and just has continued to play.
Really low, had to have a good start, and she didn't make a birdie on the front 9. Jeeno has looked so comfortable, never getting too high, never getting too low with those emotions, and has been flawless so far here in this season-ending event on the LPGA Tour. Player who won her first event.
I saw some.
Saw something move down there in water, yeah. Jeeno back on the tee.
Doesn't need to take any chances and literally has piped this one down the middle.
Yeah. So we'll get an update. We'll see. Jari up ahead, but it's that second of the way with limited commercial interruptions, courtesy of CME Group. So happy to bring you here and keep you right here to the end for Jeeno Thitikul. Make that stay where you are with Jeeno back in the fairway, getting set to play her second.
Has 285, so long way to go. Just going to put this into a position. As Paige was saying, the more right you go, the more carry it is over the water. So got to make sure you keep this one down the left. Oh, this is hanging out to the right. This is too far right. It's got to hang on.
Oh my gosh. Why even flirt with that, Morgan?
Because there's trouble left, too. It's just a poor swing at the wrong time.
Yeah, we clear? Yeah.
Either way, on this fairway, I said it's a bit crowned. Runs up quickly up the left.
Now, though. So we'll see if we can. Yeah, there is the golf ball. Jeeno Thitikul. So in the penalty area, but not in the water. It's not great, obviously.
And it looks like could maybe get a club on it, but you see there's that big, almost like dead-looking reed there.
Chance to share 4th place. See the reaction of Jeeno Thitikul when she gets up there and gets a look at the golf ball.
She may be able to make contact before her club would come into contact with that reed. You just got to avoid a big number here. Just got to take your medicine.
And it's a par, stays at 20 under. Decision time continues for Jeeno. Try to play this, think, or take the unplayable?
Well, I think she's going to give it a bit of a go. And that's really a good shot from there.
Yeah. Well done. Didn't really take that much time making the decision either.
Yeah, I said if she could get to the ball before her club would hit that reed, then it wouldn't affect the outcome of the ball. But if she was going to hit the reed before making contact with the ball, that would be the time when she would need to take a drop, because you don't know what's going to happen after that.
So on the surface in 3 and got away with it. Could have been a heck of a lot worse. Another look at what she had.
Yeah, you can see that reed is quite a bit up front of the ball for her. So catches the ball first and then forced to just stop her follow through. With Chris Cho, work coming into this week. She talked about it, reading the grain.
So she's looking that over, and so too for Jeeno here. This for birdie at 14.
Pretty flat for the first half of this putt, then it's going to go downhill towards the hole. Should be a bit of left movement in this as well, about halfway to the hole.
This would be one heck of a birdie. All in all, avoids disaster.
Important par, though. Yep.
Very important par. I mean, from both, too many opportunities for that coming in either, barring something catastrophic, which we have not seen from her all week.
No, and that's one of the difficulties when you see Jeeno at the top of the leaderboard. You know she makes so few mistakes, so you kind of feel like you have to really go after everything, and that creates a completely different kind of pressure. Pretty simple putt here for Jeeno.
Yeah, really important par there after that second shot. So the lead is still 5. It's pretty good.
And we'll go back to the tee where the final pairing are getting ready to hit their tee shots, and it will be Jeeno first.
It's one of those tee shots. I mean, we've talked about this tee shot quite a bit this week. It seems to be incredibly wide. But where these players drive the ball to, because these fairways are drying out, you're getting more release on the ball. It's very easy to run out of room down the right if you leave it hanging out there too much. And there's a bunker on the left as well that is definitely in range for both of these players. So it still requires a little bit of attention.
Yeah, I think the golf course gets more difficult as it firms up, Karen.
For sure.
That one's towards the right half of the fairway.
Not a fairway quickly over there. Took a very soft.
And amateur players, and then won her first event as a member on the LPGA. Thitikul second at 15.
159 is the number. 154 carries the top. That was an 8-iron.
Is it going to get to the top and stay there? It is. So that's going to make the birdie putt a lot easier. 26 under par. It's been an amazing year when you look at the statistics. Look at all those #1 rankings. Only one woman, if Jeeno goes on to win here, only one woman in sports will have won more from a single event over a 2-year period. That's Arina Zabalenka from the US Open. So it gives you a sense of where Jeeno fits, not only in golf, but in the world of sport, and her performance here. Birdie putt now to get to 26 under.
And not a bad place to putt from, Tom. It is uphill. Might want to move just a bit to the left as well.
Stays at 25 under. 25 under is the magic number for the scoring average.
The ability to take it really deep typically makes a ton of birdies.
Back to that final pairing, and the leader Thitikul up by 4 now.
Playing 159. She has the 8-iron, and Terry, I can tell that because it's the green grip. Green grip equals 8-iron.
Yes. Karen, you've been following her. We've been watching her on TV, but I mean, that demeanor just hasn't changed throughout really the week.
No, and I do think that when we've already won the 4 million, there's less urgency to try and make it happen. I think she's very content with her game and who she is as a golfer. I don't think she tries to be anything other than that, and what she is quite spectacular across the board with everything. And that was just trying to keep that trajectory down a little bit with the helping wind.
Exactly what she needed to do. I do think, I mean, her mentality is just her secret weapon. It's, yes, she has all the tools and the ability to pull off the shots, but her demeanor and her composure under pressure. Coach said it to me, every athlete needs to work on their mental game. It's that intangible.
Plenty of highlights throughout the week and today as well from Jeeno Thitikul. So that number 25 under, where she needs to finish at or better to set the record for the lowest scoring average for a single season. I wonder if she's aware of that. I haven't heard her comment on that.
She has no idea.
Yeah.
That's something that we like to talk about when it comes to the
Still have the 2 to putt.
And there's a little downhill in this putt. It looks like there's a little slide to the right as well, but not a huge amount. It's so funny, Morgan, when you're watching players in these moments, you can sometimes see a change in demeanour, a change of pace. And there's nothing like that with Jeeno. Just so steady.
The tendency, Karen, is things get quick. Your grip gets a little bit tighter, your transition gets a little bit quicker. You might walk a touch quicker, make decisions more quickly. She's just doing exactly what she needs to do, Karen.
So impressive.
That's something you learn as a player too, and think about slowing down.
Yeah, you know your tendencies. I mean, that's why when we see a player maybe in this position for the first time.
For Nelly, get it to 19 under, share third place with Gabby Lopez, but another one down, just a couple to go. 17 and 18 for Jeeno Thitikul to close it out. Lead after the opening round, but she was there. Last year she had to come from behind a little bit. Opened with a 71, and then on that final day trailed by 2 the last couple of holes and went eagle birdie to finish over Angel Yin. But right now up by 4, Tom.
They're just waiting back on the tee for the pairing ahead. Bring it home. Comfortable lead, but not going to be 100% comfortable until that final putt goes in.
No, and because the closer you get to the finish line, the more you realise that you can win, and it's the harder it is to stay in the zone and in the moment. That's also right.
She missed it over there the first day, but it was able to stay in the fairway. Not as fortunate today. Be interesting to see what she does here.
The week with a 71, but then over the weekend went 63, 65. Different scenario entirely this time around, trying to protect that big lead throughout the final day. So looking at her 7th win in her 3rd season, Rolex Player of the Year, the Ver Trophy for scoring average, and setting that record.
He's gotta be. Not yet.
If she stays at 25 under or better, but only a couple of multiple winners this season.
Birdie of the day, so ties Nasa for 5th. It's just going to be a layup here for Jeeno.
It is. She's got to go under the oak tree, but over the palmetto bush. She's done that. This is a little bit left. It's moving quickly.
Yeah, may get to the coquina there. They'll make that 3rd shot. That is the ball of the leader, Jeeno Thitikul. Looks to be lying just fine on that pathway over on the left.
It is, Tom. She stayed in the really compacted coquina shells as opposed to going deeper into the more sandy area where everybody's been walking, but you get some footprints.
Interesting the way she's played these par 5s on this back 9, Karen.
I know. It's been a little bit more dramatic than we were anticipating from her. This is a 48-degree wedge.
Way up on it, the lower body nice and still.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. It's the shot of a champion. And it all but guarantees her the title. Just can play very safely down the 18th. And a chance to birdie this par 5. Trying to follow.
To a start at the Hilton Tournament of Champions.
This for the birdie. Gets 26 under par. Get one hand on the check, one hand on the trophy, and one arm in that jacket.
And it's pretty much straight up the hill, Tom.
Oh, okay. It's going to be a par. And it should be 3 ahead going to the 18th tee. It looked like that was going to drop. Had it on the right side for it to fall in.
Caught a lot of the hole.
It did.
Not a lot of pace.
129 million. 5 shots back of this lady.
That win and poised to do it again, but the springboard that served as now for the season that she's had.
She's had a wonderfully consistent season. Only 2 wins, which is somewhat hard to believe with the way that she has played, but looking to be 3 here very shortly. And it's interesting, Tom mentioned it earlier, she came into this week with a wrist injury. Came into this week, couldn't even hit balls on Tuesday. Trying to protect her wrist, has been rehabbing it every afternoon after play. Said that it feels okay on the golf course, but when you come into a week without really knowing how you're going to be able to perform and how you're going to be able to play, takes a little bit of expectation off. Plus, Karen mentioned it, she's already won this championship, and she has just played the most freely of any #1 player in the world trying to win $4 million that I've ever seen.
Pretty much, yeah. At least from her, just fine. Excellent, actually. Last tee shot for the leader.
Well, and what's good about that is that Jeeno will see where Nellie's ball has ended up and knows that this fairway is awfully wide for this tee shot. Bunker's not in play. Just don't need to get a strange one out to the left, but no problem at all for Jeeno. That was ripped down the centre.
Same tempo, same reaction, same result, as we have seen for 4 days. Well done.
It's just truly been a clinic, Terry. It's been fun to watch.
So these two up to their second shots here at 18. Thitikul 3 under par today, and Narukarn is 6 under. Had that early charge trying to challenge her and got within 2. Korda 4 under on the round.
Not quite the moment yet where you can let your mind wander, but you can take a few deep breaths walking up. She has been so good.
Going to break that again this year, over 7 million.
I wonder what she's going to buy this year.
Take that over any major.
She'd tell Tom. Finish. The leader continues to wait. Se-Young Kim will putt for par.
Oh.
Major chant. Now the dance floor clear for that final pairing. Jeeno Thitikul at 2,500.
162 is the number. But if you carry this about 155, pitches you at the bottom of the slope before it goes up towards the hole. This is a 7-iron. The ball is above her feet. This is a good looking shot.
That is a great looking shot. Pretty much what she did last year.
Would you expect any less?
Nearly the exact shot. Hasn't broken through with the win after 7 wins last year. Jeeno Thitikul now on the verge of her 3rd victory this season. And because of her age, 22 years of age, it's kind of scary for everybody else. She is just getting started.
I asked her coach earlier today, I said, what impresses him the most about Jeeno? And he said her being grateful and thankful that she never leaves people around her behind, whether it's her friends, her family, her sponsors. And he thinks that pushes her to be better and keeps her very humble. She's a very tight team and relies very heavily on them. They've made some changes over the years where people have sometimes doubted her coach and the people around her, but they have lifted her to this place right here, and she is such an impressive competitor.
The applause right now after the announcement of Nelly Korda, and the applause back at 11 when you would expect big things in 2026 from Nelly Korda. I mean, the way she played this year, it wasn't like she struggled. She was really impressive. Just didn't get to the winner's circle. Now the stage belongs to the #1 player in the world. Friends waiting to celebrate. And Terry Duffy.
Jeeno Thitikul goes back-to-back at the CME Group Tour Championship, playing like there was never a doubt.
That is truly one of the greatest performances you are ever going to see on this stage.
Everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Good job, Jeeno.
And oh, by the way, she set a record for scoring average this season.
Yep.
Sign of her tremendous resilience and consistency.
Another look at the winning putt.
You knew it was going to go in, right?
Of course it was going in. Even in humility, and she's so humble, we've talked about it, her reactions throughout have been like, yeah, I expected that. Anna Rukkarn, a good friend, Pajari, one of the first out there to celebrate.
Got her right in the face with, with that champagne shower.
Wow, how impressive this week has been. And especially with the big lead on the final day. I mean, early that bogey putt and comes through to win in the end. Send it down to Paige with Pajari and Rukkarn.
With that being said, now I get the honor to give you the trophy of the race. And now, some capitalists would say the most important part of this.
You can put the check down if you want. Don't worry. That doesn't mean you're giving it up. Let me ask you about the way you've played this week. Athletes want to peak at the right time, and you have peaked at the right time 2 years in a row to win the biggest first-place check in women's golf. How have you been able to do that?
I don't know. I think maybe $4 million got motivation then. I mean, I love this golf course. To be honest, playing here at CME, our last, tournaments of the year, gave me a really good energy.
You said at the beginning of the week you didn't even know how you were going to be able to play because of your wrist. You end up playing incredible golf. How were you able to rehab? How were you able to be in top form with that wrist injury?
Yeah, I know. I mean, like last week in Dallas, I was worried a lot that I might be able to play this week. But I think maybe that one is the point that I'm not thinking too much. I'm not expecting things. I'll just like, oh, I be able to play, that's really good enough.
Well, this performance here is good enough to win Rolex Player of the Year, the Vare Trophy, and it means you have the lowest scoring average for a season in the history of the LPGA Tour, surpassing Annika Sorenstam, yeah, in 2002. What does that mean to you?
Definitely means a lot. I mean, like, I'm just really, like back then when I was 6 years old, I'm just really young kids that had no idea what LPGA was, what, a world #1 looked like. But once I'm stepping here today on the LPGA Tour, I know our part is playing golf, but like also inspiring the next generation is our part of our job as well.
Well, you've inspired a lot of people the way that you have played this week. Lift that trophy one more time as the CME Group Tour champion, Jeeno Thitikul, wins again here at Tiburon. Terry?
All right, Tom. I didn't know that when Tom said the lowest scoring average ever, passing Annika Sorenstam. So 4 million. How about 2 events and winning $8 million 2 years in a row?
How about both events? 48 under par on this golf course the last 2 years. That's worth $8 million.
In Naples, Pajarian Narukarn. We'll see what this win does for her. She's won before, obviously, on the LPGA Tour, but it really could provide